He was a congressman from Grand Rapids, Michigan, House Minority Leader. The guy who's on the top of that list would have been the former Democratic governor of New York, Nelson Rockefeller, or a Republican governor of New York, Nelson Rockefeller, or the former Democratic governor of Texas, John Connally. Everybody on that list was told that at 7:30 that night, the White House was going to call whoever they chose. And then at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, they were going to announce it nationally on the news. Now, to put this story in perspective, we lived just outside of Washington, D.C. in Alexandria, Virginia. Small 3-bedroom house. We had 2 telephone lines. One was a public line listed in the phone book, 3 or 4 different extensions, hard lines. And then my parents had a private line in their bedroom, 1 extension, unlisted telephone number. At 7:30 that night, we're eating dinner. The private line in my parents' bedroom rings. My sister Susan picks it up, yells downstairs, "Dad, it's the White House." We all go upstairs, and Dad picks up the phone, and on the other end of that phone is General Alexander Haig, Nixon's chief of staff. And General Haig says to my father, he says, "Congressman Ford, the President of the United States has something he thinks both you and your wife Betty should hear at the same time. Could you put your wife Betty on?" And before my dad could tell him there was only 1 extension, the President of the United States gets on the phone. And the next thing we hear my dad say is, "Mr. President, if you could just call back on the other line, Betty could get on." He hangs up, right? Now, hey, listen, I was only 17 years old, but even I sensed that was not a career move, right?